Hello, friends, and welcome back. I have been a little MIA because we had our third child. We bought a house, renovated that house, so that was all consuming. But I'm back, and I want to share a little bit about my postpartum hair loss journey and talk to you about why it happens and how it can be fixed. So, with my first child, I definitely experienced a lot of postpartum hair loss. With my second child, I did not experience as much, and I am going to tell you why and what the difference was. And then with the third one, this one, I did not experience hardly any at all. And I'm going to tell you why all three of them were so different. It has everything to do with your diet. And I definitely was eating a ton of vegetables, a little bit of fruit, but I wouldn't say I was vegetarian, but it was close to it. I was eating minimal protein, lots of veggies. And because of that, because I was not consuming enough protein, I ended up developing preeclampsia. I did not know that preeclampsia is caused by lack of protein in your diet. Being that I was nutrient deficient, it definitely led to postpartum hair loss. With my second pregnancy, I learned earlier on that to avoid preeclampsia, all you have to do is increase your protein intake. So that's what I did. I just ate more protein than anything else. And I didn't have preeclampsia. And then my postpartum hair loss was less drastic. Now, I also did something called I don't really even know like the proper name of it, but it's mixing vinegar with water separately, that acts as your shampoo, and then mixing baking soda and water, that acts as your conditioner. I saw another mom on YouTube who did this for 30 days. She just washed her hair with vinegar and baking soda rinse. She wanted to do it because she was trying to prevent postpartum hair loss, or at least cut back on it. So I thought, what do I have to lose, you know? So I did it, and my hair was actually really silky, really smooth. I was very shocked because I'm thinking, why the heck would you put apple cider vinegar on your hair and baking soda? It's gonna dry it out. It did not. As a matter of fact, it had more luster to it. It had more volume. It was more shiny. And so anyway, I did that as well. So I think increasing my protein and getting better nutrients definitely helped. With my third child, I basically started doing carnivore. Actually, I started doing carnivore with my second, or after my second son was born. But the third time around, I did mainly carnivore during my pregnancy. And I did not have preeclampsia. I did not experience postpartum hair loss, and I was able to have this baby all natural, not hooked up to any IVs. I'm really proud of myself for that. But anyway, the reason postpartum hair loss happens is because of the significant drop in your estrogen levels. Your hormones can be leveled out through your diet. Now, with what I'm about to say, I'm not saying you should do what I did. I'm telling you, do your own research, do what you think is best for your body. I'm not a doctor, I am not a nutritionist. I am strictly just talking about my experience with this and how it helped me. And I want to share that experience in hopes that it will help somebody else. I just want to preface what I'm about to say with that. I came across the carnivore diet back in 2022. And the reason I decided to do it in the first place was because I had experienced extreme postpartum depression to the point where I did not want to be here anymore. I did not want to be on the planet anymore. My husband was actually the one who recommended that I try it because if you know me, which you probably don't, but just by nature, I'm more of a outgoing, happy-go-lucky person, you know, wild and free, whatever. And I started spiraling. I just my hormones were so just all over the place that I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with anything, and not even the things that normally would make me happy. They weren't making me happy. So long story short, I knew I had to change something, and I told my husband I either need to go see a psychologist or I need to be put on medication or a therapist or both. I need something. Something's got to give, because this is not me. I don't like this. And so he introduced me to Carnivore. I did it for 30 days. I hated it for the first 21 days. I was miserable on it. It was psychological. It wasn't like I didn't feel bad on it. I felt great. But it was a psychological thing because I like variety of food, all the things. But anyway, hear me out. I did Carnivore for 30 days. And by that 21st day, I was feeling really good. By the 25th day, I had no bloating, no gas. My joint pain had gone away, and I did not have postpartum hair loss. So I attribute that to the carnivore diet. And I decided to do it again, or try to do it again, with my third pregnancy. And if you're pregnant, or if you have been pregnant, you know how food aversions like rule your life in the very beginning, and for some people it rules them through their whole pregnancy. I definitely had meat aversions in the beginning, and there were times where I was like, I just want to eat a piece of toast. You know, the brat diet, the bread, rice, it was an applesauce and toast or something like that. So basically bland food. I just wanted bland food in the beginning. But the minute that I could stomach eating meat, I did. And I believe 100% that helped me prevent getting preeclampsia. And then once I like really dug my heels in after, after giving birth, I definitely believe that it helped me not experience as much postpartum hair loss. So all that to say, that was my experience with how I dealt with postpartum hair loss. Do I think the carnivore diet is for everyone? I really do. Do I think that is sustainable? Yes, I do. Do I think that people should do it for the rest of their lives? Yes. Do I think they're going to? No. And I'm not telling you that you should do it, but I am just sharing my personal experience with you, my personal journey. It was not only a lifesaver because I had really bad postpartum depression, as I just mentioned, but it leveled out my hormones. It leveled out my mood, and I'm fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. But anyway, I just wanted to share that journey with you and a little bit about how I dealt with it. Now, I know there are supplements that you can take, but truthfully, I believe that if you are eating the proper diet, you don't need supplements. You just don't. So anyway, do with that what you want. Do your own research and do what you think is best for you. This is just what worked for me, and I'm just saying, hey, if you want to try it, try it. If you don't, then don't. Do I think that there are other shampoos and products out there to mitigate it? I'm not saying there are not, but if they are, I really don't know about them. I haven't had time to research that, and it wasn't something that I needed to research. I mean, you have stuff like Nutrafol and supplements like that, but again, those are not as bioavailable as just eating some meat and eating a proper diet. Even if you are, you don't want to change your diet like that extreme, I understand, and don't. But instead of putting 2 veggies on your plate, maybe put extra meat on your plate and 1 veggie. Simple things like that. Or cutting back on how much rice you're consuming and eat more meat. Simple changes like that make a big difference. Thank you guys for being here, and I will see you next time.